Welcome to another trip down Normandy Road as we get you set for everything going on in and around Swansea City. A bit of a busy week getting into this particular weekend. 2 matches in the span of a couple days. We'll start you off with the loss to Huddersfield Town. And it was a bit of a stunner, but Huddersfield has won their last 2, and they've kind of rocketed up the table just a couple spots behind Swansea City as we head into the weekend. Here's Steve Cooper after the loss talking about what went down.
The performance and your first defeat of the season in the Championship.
Yeah, performance was good enough to win the game, but we've done the obvious thing of conceding 2 really poor goals. First one obviously off a set play. 1 or 2 people not quite doing what they should be, and then and the second goal, from the moment they had the ball to the moment they scored, we've not laid a glove on them. So if you do that, then you run the risk of allowing teams to get up the pitch and to get into dangerous areas. So and it's everything that I don't want the team to be out of possession, and that a lot of the time that we're not. But at the same time, we've missed so many clear-cut chances. It's probably the most clear-cut chances we've created in a game so far, including the likes of Wickham and things like that, where we were fairly comfortable in the game. So even though we conceded 2, which I'm not happy about, we could have easily scored 5 or 4, and we haven't. So that's, in the end, I think that's why we haven't won the game.
Then only a couple days later, it was a matchup against Coventry City. Coventry City, once again, below Swansea in the standings, as are a lot of teams, frankly, right now in the Sky Bet Championship. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at Swans TV.
Now then, Bidwell accelerating. And he gets there. Good work by him into Andre Ayew.
Yeah!
What a response from Swansea City. Coming back.
Ayew, what a goal.
4 minutes to half-time, and they find themselves on level terms. Determined work by Bidwell down the left-hand side, and equally busting to get Andre Ayew to get on the end of it, control it, and smash it into the far bottom corner.
What a finish for Andre Ayew. That was clever by Ayew to leave it go. Chip Bidwell gets that cross in. Oh, what a goal. Fantastic. Stevie Cooper wants to win the game.
Bango stepped up there. Swansea have to get back now. Bennett's out on the side, and that's a really good challenge to clear it away, but it's crept in, it's fired in. It's not going to count though. And then it's a big sigh of relief from Wyndham Evans alongside me.
Now let's take a peek at the table after the 2 matches in very quick succession. Reading at the top of the table at 16 points, having won 4 of their last 5. Unbeaten in their last 5. Bristol City is second. Watford is third at 13 points. Bristol City has better goal difference at the moment. Bournemouth is fourth. Swansea City is fifth ahead of Millwall through tiebreakers. So Swansea City fifth. Millwall is sixth at 10 points. Brentford, Norwich, and Huddersfield. Stoke is at 9 points. And Middlesbrough is 11th. Luton Town is 12th. They are behind in goal difference, all at 9 points on the table. Just to give you a peek into what's going on at the bottom of the table, current relegation zone. Sheffield Wednesday, they've earned 8 points so far in their first 6 matches, but remember they started out with that 12-point penalty to start things off. Wickham has lost their first 6 in the league. They have a goal difference of -12. It's going to be a long slog for Wickham this season. Derby County right now, that is the big surprise. 1-0-5, only 3 points on the year. They've lost their last 2, goal difference of -8. Barnsley is ahead of them on goal difference at -4 at 3 points. But Derby, Wickham, and Sheffield Wednesday right now currently in the relegation zone. So let's get you ready for what's going on this weekend when it comes to action. And 10 o'clock starts. This one's going to be a tough one. Bristol City's on the board. But once again, you're talking about another 3 matches in a week's time. Bristol City, Swansea, Saturday. Tuesday afternoon, Swansea and Stoke. A week from now, when we catch back up with you, it's Swansea and Rovers. So once again, midweek weekend, trying to get you ready for everything leading into the international break in mid-November. Right now, trying to squeeze in a lot of fixtures. So Bristol City, Saturday morning, Stoke, Tuesday afternoon, and we'll get you ready for the Blackburn match as we come up around the corner after those 2 matches go through for matches 7 and 8. So let's take a peek at the Halloween candy. We won't necessarily call it juice boxes because of the time of year. So what you're looking at is Bristol City, pretty much looking at a draw on the composite, courtesy of our friends at Odds Portal. Bristol City at a plus 161, Swansea at a plus 175, and your draw is a plus 233. Figured one more thing before we go. What we would do is give you a listen to someone who is been in the job only about 30 days. And obviously a lot of challenges going on in the current environment, especially in and around COVID-19. Julian Winter has broken his silence about everything that went down involving the Joe Rodon transfer to Spurs. And so, courtesy once again of our friends at Swans TV, here he is discussing the transfer window and hopefully what that sale can do for the future of the club.
You know, Joe is a big loss. Joe was a great guy. I never spoke to Joe personally, but I spoke to his father. Great guy, another academy product, great potential. And look, he's moved to a top 6 club. So that this is not just Joe moving. This is Joe moving to a huge club with a huge potential opportunity for him as an individual, which I think fans, staff, players, colleagues would, wish Joe all the best in terms of taking on that opportunity. We had to come to a decision where, okay, is that the best situation to enable us to be financially secure and develop the squad the way we have? So I think all told, we've got a good platform at the moment in what we all know are fabulously challenging times with COVID. So I think the transfer market has been affected by COVID. Okay, you could argue at the top level the amount that the Premier League has spent, but further down the food chain there's not a great deal of activity. And I think that's going to get more challenging through into January. So if we are a trading club, which we have been and I think we will continue to be, which is nothing to be shy about, we have to understand the market at the moment that it's in front of us and plan accordingly.
Thanks for hanging out for another round of Normandy Road. Once again, very, very busy week. Bristol City and Stoke in a couple days separation. We'll come back for another round of the show, get you ready for the Rovers match next weekend. So once again, thanks to you for hanging out with us. Thanks to our friends at Swans TV, and thanks to the championship for the highlights and the sound. Play it safe, everybody. Enjoy the games. It's going to be a very busy week.